What's going on, y'all? Nick here, coming to you with another video. Man. You know, Neo, I never thought of Neo as a very, blunt, masculine type dude. I still probably don't, but I'll say this. I found a newfound respect for this man. Check out what he had to say about the Alphabet Mafia.
Parents have almost forgotten what the role of a parent is.
Amen.
It's like, okay,
Lost control.
If your little boy comes to you and says, "Daddy, I want to be a girl," and you just let him rock with that,
Right.
He's 5.
Right. And where did he get that
If
from?
you let this 5-year-old boy decide to eat candy all day, he's going to do that.
Exactly.
Like, when did it become a good idea to let a 5-year-old, let a 6-year-old, let a 12-year-old make a life-changing decision for themselves?
Right.
When did that happen?
Right.
Like, I don't understand that. I don't get that.
And to medicate these young kids that are 5, 6, growing up and knowing that it affects their brain, it affects their organs, it makes them sick, but they're not allowed to do drugs, they're not allowed to do alcohol.
Right.
We can medicate them
He
up.
can't drive a car yet, but he can decide his sex.
Right. What sexual orientation, and you can cut off his pee-pee, and that, to me, that makes no sense whatsoever.
I don't know if this is true, but I heard a rumor that they either passed or are trying to pass a law in LA that states if your child comes to you and asks to do some of these things and you say no, they can take your kid from you.
Yeah, that's true. It just passed in California.
That makes no sense.
They want us to have no control over our children.
But I don't get it.
In schools,
I don't get it.
Hospitals, libraries.
Yeah.
They just want to manipulate. You got to understand, when they're so young and they're already, that's
impressionable.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And from them, they're going to believe what you say. I mean, we say Santa Claus is real. The Easter Bunny.
Believe it. Like,
right, exactly.
Like,
they know what they're doing.
Remember who you're dealing with. Like, I can't take credit for it, but I heard somebody say one time, he's like, all right, if your son comes to you and says, "Daddy, I want to be a girl," ask your son, what is a girl?
That's a good one.
What is he going to do? He's going to say, well, he might want to play with dolls. All right, you want to play with dolls. Fine, play with dolls.
Right.
But you're a boy
playing
with dolls.
That's
I want
right.
to wear pink. All right, cool, wear pink. But you're a boy.
That's right.
Wearing pink. I have no issue with the LGBT. I have no problem with with nobody. Okay,
Right.
Love who you love, do what you do.
Exactly.
I just personally come from an era where a man was a man and a woman was a woman, and it wasn't but two genders, and that's just how I rocked.
Me
now,
too.
You could identify as a goldfish if you feel it.
Right.
I don't care. That ain't my business. It becomes my business when you try to make me play the game with you. I'm not finna call you a goldfish, but you want to be a goldfish, you go be a goldfish. It's all good.
Amen.
I mean,
Well said.
it's just, we live in a weird time, man. We do.
Alright, so after that interview in Vlad TV, this is what Neo had to say, or so we thought. After much reflection, I'd like to express my deepest apologies to anyone that I may have hurt with my comments on parenting and gender identity. I've always been an advocate for love and inclusivity in the LGBTQI plus community. So I understand how my comments could have been interpreted as insensitive and offensive. Gender identity is nuanced, and I can honestly admit that I plan to better educate myself on the topic so I can approach future conversations with more empathy. At the end of the day, I lead with love and support everyone's freedom of expression and pursuit of happiness. So there you have it, guys. That's what Neo had to say, or so we thought, after his interview at Vlad TV. So, a lot of times, people, like the likes of Jamie Foxx, there's a bunch of other people, Kevin Hart, that has come out, they have spoken against, certain things that were very high profile, very controversial. And in the process of doing that, they usually had their publicist, or whatever. They come up with these fake scripts about how sorry they are, and they apologize. They never meant to offend anybody. This nigga, Neo, this dude got some cojones, man. This dude done doubled down. He don't give two shits what any of these cats have to say. Man, check this one out now.
What's going on, loved ones? This is Neo. All right, listen. I normally don't give too much of a damn about what y'all think about what I do, what y'all have to say about what I say, whatever. I normally don't care because, like I said, opinions ain't special. Everybody got one. However, this is something I feel very strongly on, and I need y'all to hear this from the horse's mouth, not the publicist's computer. So check this out. First and foremost, I do not apologize for having an opinion on this matter. I am a 43-year-old heterosexual man raising 5 boys and 2 girls, okay? That's my reality. Now, if my opinion offended somebody, yeah, sure, I apologize for you being offended because that wasn't my intention. My intention is never to offend anybody. However, I'm entitled to feel how I feel. I'm absolutely entitled to feel how I feel the same way you are entitled to feel how you feel. I ain't asked nobody to follow me. I ain't asked nobody to agree with me. I was asked a question and I answered the damn question, okay? I have no beef with the LGBTQ plus community whatsoever. I ain't got no beef with y'all. Do whatever the hell it is you want to do. Do what you want to do with your kids. However, somebody asked my opinion on this matter, and this is how I feel. I will never be okay with allowing a child to make a decision that detrimental to their life. I will never be okay with that. I don't care. I definitely plan to educate myself a little bit more on this matter. However, I doubt that there's any book anywhere or any opinion that somebody's going to tell me that's going to make me okay with letting a child make a decision like that. That's just period, point blank, and that's how I feel. If I get canceled for this, then you know what? Maybe this is a world where they don't need a Neo no more, all right? And I got no problem with that. I'm a hustler, all right? I'll figure it out. I got kids to raise, and I'm going to do that regardless. So, with that being said, y'all have a good day. I love everybody. Live how you want to live, love how you want to love, but your opinion is yours. Speak your opinion as much as you damn well feel like it. Because as I said, they're not important. They're not special. Everybody got one, and you're entitled to it. I'm entitled to mine, all right? Y'all feel how y'all want to feel. Have a great day. It's Neo. Peace and love.
You see, so this is the thing, right? You know, Neo, he mentioned that he's gonna do research into the thing. Look, you ain't gonna find a damn thing. You ain't gonna find anything conclusive, rooted in data, rooted in facts to support the LGBT community. You're not. And, you know, truth be told, Neo, you absolutely rational in your statement. You know, because you're an actual father. I think he said 5 boys and 2 girls. I didn't know he had that much children, but the point being is that, you know, it would probably crush any man, anybody that's a real father. It would probably crush you if your son, especially at such a young age, comes up to you and says he wants to transition. I mean, all the points that Neo was making was absolutely true. I mean, these children in general, throughout the angles of time, have never been treated as adults. And are we now going to allow these people, children, who we don't even trust to drive, we don't trust to drink, are we going to allow them to literally cut off their penis and chop their tits off for the rest of their life? Are we gonna castrate our children and completely obliterate their chances of reproducing? This shit is bad shit crazy, man. and you know, it's crazy because they as in the people that are liberals, they wonder why we laugh or make jokes about this stuff. I mean, it gets to a point where you have to make jokes to prevent yourself from crying, because this thing is literally insane. It's literally insane. And that whole fact that he brought about California, that you're telling me that if you deny your children the opportunity to transition, they will actually take your children from you. You guys, y'all really should check out this video I have. You know, maybe I might put it in the description. But there was this girl by the name of Chloe Cole. And, you know, it's real sad because you should see her. You know, sweet little girl. And I think by the age of 12, her parents were pretty much forced by the medical profession to think that it was okay to transition her. You know, her tits got chopped off. You know, and they put her on all these hormones. And why is she important? She's important because she's a detransitioner. And today, I think now, don't quote me, I think she might be 18 years old, 18, 19 years old. And all she can do is literally, cry and state how her childhood was ruined. This is literally out of her own mouth. Her childhood was ruined. Why? Because the medical profession is literally forcing the parents to get their children transition. I mean, like, some of you know, right? Any of you who are adults listening to this, think about all the dumb shit that came out of your mouth as children. And think about all the times you probably complained and you probably was like, Mom, Dad, I can't stand you. Why you preventing me from doing A, B, C, X, Y, Z? And this is what's going to happen, right? You get to adulthood and you come to the epiphany. Oh, that's why my parents said this. Got it. You see, there's a lot of things that children just don't get when they're younger. You get what I'm saying? This is why the Bible says, honor, respect your father and your mother. Because you as a child, you don't know shit. You don't know anything. Everything seems new because you think technology is so advanced. You might think that you have come to some knowledge that your parents are not privy to. And to some extent, it might be true. But nothing is new under the sun. You see, what you're thinking is new is actually not new. It's just presented with a different coat. That's all it is. It's the same old shit. It's just presented a different way. The telephone is the same as mail, paper mail. It's a form of communication. It's just presented a different way, higher speed. That's it. But nothing is actually really new. So you as a child, you as a young teenager, it's very prideful of you to think that your parents don't know what the hell they're talking about. And it's sad because, again, these children are making life-altering changes to their body. And I really, just look at Chloe Cole again. Just look at her testimony. It is so sad. It is so sad that her life is forever ruined. Now, I won't say that. I'll just say her childhood was ruined. And shoot, I mean, I hope she could find somebody in the future. A man that's willing to actually accept a woman that can't reproduce, whose boobs have been cut off. I mean, I gotta be blunt, you guys, because this is literally what happened. I hope a man could probably see the inner beauty, but I won't blame a man if I won't blame a man if they don't want her. The same way I won't blame a woman if they don't want a man, a man who was possessed to think that he's a woman and that ends up detransitioning. I won't blame a woman if she doesn't want to be with this man because his penis is chopped off. I mean, hey, women need to be satisfied too. Women need to be satisfied too. This shit is crazy, y'all. But no, going back on Neo, I respect Neo a lot. I definitely respect the fact that he was able to stand 10 toes down and just be a man. He was blunt. He told the whole world exactly what he think. And he even went as far as to say, hey, if you guys cancel me, maybe the world doesn't need a Neo. How many people have that type of intestinal fortitude to say such a thing? Man, I have so much respect for Neo now. Anyway, guys, if you like videos like this, please like, subscribe, comment down below. With that being said, Nick over and out. The message sent. Jesus is king, y'all.